In the past 3 years, only 1/3 of the states of the Federation conducted local government elections in Nigeria. This is a breach to the 7th section of the 1999 Constitution as amended with guarantee election of local government administrations. Rivers people now look forward to October 5, 2024 for the conduct of the local government election, as announced by the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RISIEC. From Port Harcourt Network Center, we shall be looking at the expectations from relevant stakeholders. I am Jenny Passy. You're welcome. Vice President Kashim Shettima has assured Nigerians that the present administration is committed to create an environment where merit is rewarded and every public servant feels valued and motivated to give their best. This was while presenting awards of recognition to outstanding public servants at the second edition of the Nigerian Excellence Awards and Public Service held at the State House, Abuja. Ekene Ndulwe reports.
Casts a spotlight on outstanding Nigerians who have demonstrated innovative approaches to addressing public challenges at the grassroots, state and national levels of public service. Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, in collaboration with the best strategic media, is recognizing 44 individuals who have made positive changes in their spheres of influence.
We seek to make the event an annual theme to motivate public officers to work for the betterment of our dear country.
Like athletes selected to represent the nation, many of them have put up quite an impressive performance since assuming office. But I know that this would not have been possible without clear mandate monitoring and evaluation tools set by Mr. President.
Vice President Kashim Shettima, who introduced the new role models to the nation, reminded public office holders that each of them is an employee of the Nigerian citizen.
The 44 persons we are here to honor set in motion a chain of action to build a culture of hard work and commitment to noble principles in our public service. We must also strive to make sure that the values we have set them apart are deeply ingrained in our culture.
And for the award recipients, this is a spur to do more.
This award is an encouragement. I never knew that people are watching or are seeing what we are doing. I know that our constituents are happy with what we are doing.
We're able to overcome the challenges, and today we are being recognized not only globally but nationally for the contributions made by the Borno State government in ensuring that peace is returned and families are returned and settled in their ancestral homes.
Organizers are hopeful that the recognition will inspire the bulk of Nigeria's workforce and create a ripple effect of positive change throughout the society. In Abuja, Ekene Ndulwe, NTA News.
Federal government is building 250 housing units in Lafia, Nasarawa State, under the renewed Hope Estate project to bridge the housing deficit. Aliu Tijani reports that Minister of Housing and Urban Development flagged off the project in Lafia as the people commended the present administration for changing infrastructure.
Nasarawa State is benefiting again from another federal government project to improve lives of the people and boost the economy. This time around, it is a 250 units of housing estate that will be constructed for low and middle income earners in the state. Out of the 250 houses, 50 units are for 1 bedrooms, 150 units are for 2 bedrooms, while the remaining 50 units are 3 bedroom semi-detached bungalows. Minister of Housing and Urban Development flagged off the project, assuring the people of the state of timely completion.
This is in line with the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President to stimulate inclusive growth, lift 100 million Nigerians out of poverty, and build a trillion naira economy.
Nasarawa State Government provided the land for the project at no cost.
This project, apart from providing access to housing, would also create employment opportunity for our people through the engagement of local labor and attracting more business and investment to the area, thereby boosting the economic growth of Lafia and indeed Nasarawa State at large.
30 states are benefiting from the renewed Hope Housing Estate in Lafia. Aliu Tijani, NTA News.
With the permutations arising from the political quagmire in Rivers State, the October deadline for local government elections has continued to generate public discourse. Political watchers are calling for a free and fair electoral process to enhance peace in the state. Nkiro Yejesi reports.
A proposed date for the elections was announced after the appointment of interim committee chairmen to manage the affairs of the local government areas by Governor Similalaye Fubara at the expiration of the 3-year tenure of the former chairman. Conduct of elections to fill council positions was fixed for 5th of October 2024. Stakeholders say the decision to conduct local government elections should not have been delayed, as elections will quell the political tension in the state.
It is coming at the right time anyway, taking cognizance of what transpired in the state vis-a-vis the crisis here and there. So that will go a long way in dousing tension in the state.
Let them conduct the election. Any group that have won, they should take over the office so that the issue of caretaker and no caretaker will get relaxed, so that we'll have peace in this country.
In a democracy as we are practicing in Nigeria today, we expect the government to put in motion processes that will lead to a free and fair election.
I believe all parties should try and prepare for the elections and let the masses vote their choice.
Some stakeholders believe that a call for local government elections has been overtaken by events following the appeal court judgment in issues concerning the State Assembly.
I do not know if, with the judgment of the Court of Appeal, whether that election will still hold. So in all, if you saw the judgment of the Court of Appeal, it's comprehensive.
Local government secretariats are still under lock and key, with police keeping watch. Residents are, however, optimistic for an election that will be devoid of tension and crisis. In Port Harcourt, Nkiru Onyejesi, NTA News.
And to discuss more on this is Haya King. Haya King is a legal practitioner and human rights advocate. It is my pleasure to welcome you on Panorama this afternoon.
Thank you so much for being here once more.
Well, election is coming up on the 5th of October 2024. Now, can you speak to us about the forthcoming elections?
Well, I will speak maybe as a stakeholder because I'm a voter, but not as an INEC or RISEC executive or member or whatever. I would say that it's a good development. We should have a local government election. Rivers State have always had a local government election right from the inception of this democracy in 2000. I think we had our first election in 2000. After 1 year that Odili took over government, the next year he conducted elections, and Rivers State is one of the model states in Nigeria that have consistently conducted local government election, unlike other states where most of them did not conduct election for over 10-15 years, I'm told. Let me quote name. Abia State never conducted election. If they conducted it just recently, they have always done caretaker. So River State is a model, and that election will be coming on the 5th of October, just like 3 months. Today is 7th of July 2024. So I think we're looking forward to that election. We want to vote, we want to have that election. That election should hold. That's what we are asking for. But River State have always conducted election in these past administrations.
Okay, now some people are of the view that the call for local government election has been overtaken by events following the appeal court ruling. What's your take on that?
No, I think I don't want to agree with that. What do you mean by overtaken by the appeal court ruling? The appeal court did not say they shouldn't hold the election. As far as I'm concerned, there is no court presently that says the election should not hold. Let me also remind the Rivers people and Nigerians that we have been in what we are today because of few men who call themselves politicians, and I don't want to, beat the drum or beat the massage the ego of either of the parties. They are the same people, the same set of human beings, because what these people are doing today, these other ones will do the same thing. We do the same thing. There are people, I have always said, there are people that does everything they do is political. They don't do what is constitutional, they don't do what is legal, they don't do what is right, they don't do what is moral. They only do what is political, and what is political is most times unconstitutional, immoral, illegal, and not good for the people. What will benefit them as a person, that is what they want to do. So for me, I don't think the Court of Appeal went into local government election because, yes, what they dealt with was the alleged suspension or sacking of the other members who said at that time that they had defected to APC, and they said that it is the High Court that doesn't have the jurisdiction. That is what that judgment said. It didn't talk about the local government election at all.
Okay, now let's look at the few guidelines in the elections. Can you tell us one or two of the guidelines in this election?
Yeah, I think I have seen it. It's stated in the guideline released by INEC. I got a pamphlet, and the timing of the election and all that. The final election will be on the 5th. I think 14th of this month, submission of interest form and all that will go on. Then there was another thing I was concerned about. I was asking and I said, what about those that has become 18 years since the conduct of the last election? My son is inclusive. He became 18 this May. So is he not going to vote? That's the problem. How is he going to vote? How not just for him and several others who has become 18 who did not vote in the last election. Is there no provision for them to vote this time? Because it's still in October, 3 months, 2 months plus ahead. They should be able to make a provision for them to also be part of this process, and all that. So that's one of the things that I am asking. Is there no provision for them to register within this period, update the register, so that they will be able to vote in this coming election? Then the other issue is, will the politicians allow them to conduct this election? And that's another issue. Will they allow them to conduct the election? Will it be free and fair? Will the people not in government, now, will they allow the ones not in government to participate and all that? So those are the issues. So will it be free and fair? Are we going to have a free and fair local government elections in Rivers State? Those are the questions that we are asking, we from this outside, and asking, will there be fairness for everybody to participate and and lose? I was so happy yesterday that the Prime Minister of Britain lost the election, and I was told that immediately, just hours, immediately he lost, he went to the King's Buckingham Palace to submit his resignation. Even while the election was going on, there was no closure of offices, there was no closure of anywhere. At your time, you go and vote, and when you vote, nobody is going to court. Will they conduct this election? Won't they go to court? Will somebody say, go to court? And I have always said, judiciary should stand up, and this time to stop that derogatory, insulting, defamatory statement of go to court. Because anybody that tells you go to court, it means either his father is the judge, his brother is the judge, his uncle or his wife, somebody is there that will give him judgment. That is why they will always tell you go to court. And judiciary should stand up and make sure that insult should stop. People shouldn't go to court. Okay, nobody is going to court in Britain right
You just asked a pertinent question. Will they allow the election to be free and fair? So, as a stakeholder, what is expected of you?
Well,
briefly, sir.
I am expected. I will participate. I will make sure on the day of the voting, if there is anything to update, I will go and update, and I will key up to vote a candidate of my choice. But if they come up and there is violence, something that threatens my life, I will walk away. I will not vote. That's what I'm going to do. So all the stakeholders should come out. I'm also urging the opposition, so to say, because they are the same people in the same party. The opposition, they should all participate and make sure they are there and participate and make sure the election is insist on it being free and fair.
Thank you so much, Haya King. Haya King is a legal practitioner and human rights advocate. Thank you for coming on Panorama this afternoon. I will now pause for a break. Panorama continues shortly.
The counsel of our fathers.
I will urge and advise our younger generation to use talent and brain to sort out problems, not arms.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation.
My advice to these young people is please do not take us back to those harrowing days. You probably do not know what it is.
I believe we have fought one civil war too many in this country. So those who experience it will run away from it.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation together.
You're welcome back. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara is matching words with action in his promise to take the healthcare sector to an enviable height. Governor Fubara reiterated this commitment while inspecting the zonal hospital in Kana local government area of Rivers State, which is almost completed. Osinachi Samuel reports.
Governor Siminalayi Fubara promised to carry out rehabilitation and expansion of all zonal hospitals in the state to take quality tertiary healthcare closer to the people. That promise is being fulfilled with the ongoing rehabilitation and upgrading of the zonal hospital in Bori, headquarters of Kana local government.
We're here to check the extent of work that is ongoing. When we met them, maybe for your information, the states were really bad. There was no accommodation. There was no accommodation for the medical officers, the doctors, the nurses. And we also added, not just provided accommodation, a mortuary to have a full package of what a hospital should be. So we're here to check what they're doing, because if you could remember, about a month ago, we did release money for the rehabilitation and expansion of 4 zonal hospitals and about one general hospital. So we're here to check, and let me say that I'm really impressed with what I've seen.
The governor, while inspecting the project, used the opportunity to assure indigents of Rivers State that the worst is over and that he is doing everything possible to give Rivers people the good governance they deserve.
I want to assure you, every one of you, and the good people of Rivers State, that we are not deterred. We have made our promises. We will continue to give you good governance.
The governor was accompanied on the inspection by the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Adeze Ore, and other directors in the ministry. From Bori, Osinachi Samuel, NTA News.
Members of Alesa community in Eleme local government area of Rivers State have commended the Nigerian Army for their sensitivity to the health needs of the people. This was at a free medical outreach organized by the Nigerian Army 6th Division. Diba Barisiedo Maweke reports.
And I think what they have done today will go a long way, at least to attend to the welfare and the medical needs of the people.
It's very, very good. We have not been seeing this before. This is the first time.
Members of Amnesa community in Eleme local government area of Rivers State took advantage of the free medical outreach by the Nigerian Army 6th Division to attend to their health needs. Medical conditions such as malaria, eye issues, among other ailments, were all attended to as prescriptions for medication were also given. General Officer Commanding 6th Division Nigerian Army, represented by Garrison Commander 6th Division, Brigadier General Eddie Effiong, believes that the gesture will go a long way in building stronger ties as the Army will continue to ensure a peaceful environment and also provide adequate security for the citizens.
The Nigerian Army, in identifying with our host communities, is conducting this free medical outreach to further cement our communal synergy.
Paramount ruler of Alessa, His Royal Highness John Dinkbankbe, appreciated the Army for the gesture and encouraged the people to continue to support the Nigerian Army towards achievement of set goals.
The Nigerian Army today is about 106 years old today, and you can see a lot of differences in their system. To my community and the people of Eleme, we say we are so happy.
The free medical outreach is part of activities to mark the 161 years of existence of the Nigerian Army, which has the theme Transforming the Nigerian Army, imperative for combating security challenges within a joint environment. In Alessa, Eleme local government area of Rivers State, Dibabare Siedemaweke, NTA News.
Nigerians are advocating aggressive and intensive awareness programs at the grassroots to prevent the outbreak of cholera in rural communities. Clement Barikwe, who spoke with some residents of Uyo, reports that most rural dwellers are yet to adopt common practices to prevent the outbreak of the disease.
There is cholera outbreak. You look out for your children or for your child. You ensure that they don't pick things into their mouth unnecessarily.
And whenever they buy something in the market, they should bring it home and wash it properly before they take it.
We need a lot of hand for government to help to mobilize inside the village so that they can help those women inside the village and the children.
While these Nigerians residents in Uyo are aware of the outbreak of cholera in some states of the Federation, it is their prayers that the Akwa Ibom state will not be listed amongst those with cases of cholera. Poor hygiene among rural dwellers is the major concern of health practitioners, and these community health workers are taking advantage of hospital visits by pregnant women and nursing mothers to enlighten them on the preventive measures. They say this group of people and their babies are more vulnerable to cholera infection.
What we do is to teach the women on washing of hands, washing of food items, washing of fruits and vegetables effectively before eating.
The people are appealing to the relevant authorities to carry out sensitization programs, especially in the rural communities, to help residents be well informed about the pandemic. Clement Barikwe, NTA News.
Have you been hurt or suffered loss by omission or commission of another person? Well, today is World Forgiveness Day, a day set aside to recognize the need to let go of resentment, particularly in a world that often feels divided and burdened by conflicts. Correspondent Sandra Akeme takes a look at the significance and consequences of forgiveness as Nigeria joins the global community to celebrate the day.
Global Forgiveness Day was established in 1994 by the Christian Embassy of Christ Ambassadors to highlight the transformative power of forgiveness and encourage people to forgive one another. Over the years, Global Forgiveness Day has become a widely recognized event observed by people of various cultures and backgrounds with a view to spreading awareness about the benefits of forgiveness, including improved mental health, stronger relationships, and greater societal harmony. But do people really adhere to the practice of forgiveness? Let's find out.
Somebody has offended me, but at that moment when that person was apologizing to me, in my mind, I don't have that spirit of forgiving in my heart at that moment. But as soon as I get back home, I started rethinking about it. I looked at the good things he has done for me, the good things he or she has done for me. When I have no other choice than to forgive the person.
Clerics say when one withholds forgiveness from another and live in a state of unforgiveness, it brings a challenge to their relationship with God.
Nobody on earth can claim to be perfect except God himself. We sin against him day in, day out. But because of his spirit of forgiveness, that is why we are still alive. When you are not forgiving, it hinders your prayers. It hinders your offerings, that God cannot accept it. It hinders your relationship with God.
Between you and God, seek for forgiveness. Wake up in the night, wake up any time of the day, kneel down and ask God for forgiveness. But between you and human beings, you must go and confess what you have done to him so that he will forgive you. And that person should forgive and forget. He should not carry grudges. Carrying grudges derails somebody's blessings.
On the health aspects, medical experts stress that forgiveness is an aspect of emotional and mental well-being that can put one into a fight-or-flight mode, which may result in many changes in heart rate, blood pressure, and immune response.
In Abuja, Sandra Akem, NTA News.
And that's Panorama from Port Harcourt Network Center. We thank you for watching. Good afternoon.